All right, everyone. Hopefully the technical issues have been solved. I'm hoping you can actually see me right now. Either that or everyone's engaging in an organized troll campaign to confuse me because I'm a tech boomer or something. I know you probably can hear me. That's not the problem. I'm hoping that you can actually see me this time. You can see me? Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, it had to, I think that it had something to do with changing the audio setup. I must have fucked something up somehow. Because before, for the last 3 days, people were complaining about tinny audio. It turns out it was using the Logitech Brio, not the Yeti microphone. That was the problem. I managed to switch the settings. When I switched them, I'm assuming that somehow I fucked it up video-wise. Ta-da! Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. We're going to be having some yummy food. Yes, indeed. Brian M. Must have been your chaos magic working against you. No, but it's worked on a couple of other people lately. I will not bother to digress into this topic. Let's just say that some people are massively self-destructive. Some people that have a hate boner for me and are, in some cases, transvestites, actually. Oh, God, green candy. Please stop talking about candy corn. Please. That's all I'm asking. It's a pirate night tonight. Mike the Womp. Clank, motherfuckers. The rest of these people would cry and whine, but it wouldn't bother me if it was audio only. Well, I do have a face for radio, so, you know, there's that. But I do like to do my video thing. We need V8. I don't actually have, I think, any V8 on hand. I think I drank it all last night, actually. How very sad. By the way, you're not supposed to do red stuff on St. Paddy's Day. It's considered, in some parts of the country, to get beaten up for that. Green V8. Yeah, as long as it tastes the same, I wouldn't have a problem with it. It's like when they had that green and purple ketchup and stuff like that. Okay, it's still ketchup. It's a reason why they discontinued most of those lines. There is a reason for it. Speaking of ketchup, hail Anton. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a Bantz stream, but we do have some news that I have to cover. Yes, NKFD. They thought it was a good branding idea. They thought, well, kids will love this purple ketchup because it's purple and therefore it's exciting, I guess, or something. Didn't really go over so well. Cam 2425IA, he's alive. It's alive. It's alive. Sam J, we have a couple V8s on. Oh, have a couple V8s on me. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've got plenty of V8. I just don't have any stocked in the mini fridge right now. So it's a big problem. Usually I drink 1 or 2 of those little cans a day. Sometimes I drink the larger ones. I prefer to get it in cans as opposed to plastic. Like the Womp, I think ketchup and mustard should be offered in a 2-chambered squeeze bottle, equal amounts of each coming out. You might be a goddamn genius. Patent it. Trust me, patent that. That's actually an excellent idea. When you make millions of dollars, please make a couple super chats. Give me a kickback for encouraging you. No. Yeah, I'd buy that. Ketchup and mustard in like a dual container. And so when you squeeze it, they come out at exactly the same rate for like your hot dog or your burger or something. That's a great idea. Anyways, we're going to get to some news. Firstly, we have a great Clanker victory. I am proud to announce that on Real Clear Politics, my favorite news aggregator, now that 538 is toast, they've been cut loose. RCP no longer has any major competitors in the news aggregation business. I've supported them for years. Generally speaking, I don't even archive their own articles, like the opinion pieces and stuff, because they do a really good job. They try to provide both sides of an argument. People can read what they want. And it's just links to articles and poll aggregation and stuff like that. They have taken the next step into the future. Due to the archive everything movement, it appears that they have begun preemptively archiving certain articles. I was looking for news this morning, and of course, generally speaking, I just take the news link, then I archive it. But some of them were already archived. The link actually on RCP itself was the archive link. This happened twice just today. If they are branching out into the archive everything movement, I will never archive an RCP article again. Well, I mean, archive it, but I'll give the live example of it so they can get ad revenue. That is a big step, and I think it's not coincidental timing. 538 dies, and a few days later, all of a sudden, multiple archived articles are showing up on RCP. And I am going to take at least partial credit for this because I've been pushing this for years. When you archive a news article, two things happen. Number one, the legacy media network doesn't get any ad revenue. Aw, how sad, because you can't serve the ads through the archival list. Number two, the article is stored permanently. This means that they can't just take the article and silently edit it and fool the public. Oh shit, we reported something that was completely wrong. Let's edit it a little bit. We'll edit the article. They do this all the time. Virtually every legacy media network multiple times has been caught out doing this. When it's archived, though, I say, hey, they're lying to you. This is the original article. Look at the different verbiage that's being used here. Oh, look at the different coverage. They're covering their ass or something like that. I am very, very happy about this. When I saw it, I couldn't believe it at first. I click in the article. I'm figuring, okay, this is a good news article. A couple of them are literally in the docket right now. I think the mail voting one was one of them. And it came out, it was already archived. Like RCP's own link was an archival link. And I was thinking to myself, oh, this is going to be a fucking great day. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Clankers, we have taken the high ground. We must continue. Archive everything. Always use the archival links. There are links in the description. Archive.ph is the best one. It used to be that you had the Internet Archive. They're still good for books. Unfortunately, they've begun scrubbing articles and being censorious and stuff. I don't think that a Filipino site is likely to do that, so I use them. Yeah, we really scored a victory with this one. This is one hell of a broadside, matey. We've just ripped their masts apart. One tall order, listening to sticks and making aerospace parts on the rotary surface grinder at work. It's a vibe. Sounds like a good time to me. Mulgera, hello. Clank, got my physical copy of Human Action by Ludwig von Mises arriving today. It's a good 900-plus page tome on Austrian economics. It'll be cool to add to my library. That's what I'm talking about. Jova R, an unbuttoned sticks is a sexy sticks. I would just strip naked, but you wouldn't see much down there, so I wouldn't get banned. It's just nobody wants to see me naked. Sir Thomas Drake. I like to use archive today to get past paywalls also. Yeah, it's great. Great tool if you want to read what some retard at New York Times writes about the current admin, etc. Yeah. Yeah, people are encouraging me to strip naked. I won't do that, but I can unbutton my shirt completely. That I'm willing to do. I'm going to give some of you bulimia and get some of you horny, I guess. Yeah, I look pretty good. Not going to lie. At least I'm still skinny, It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. Yes, precious, she will get the hose. One of my favorite movies, by the way. I love the ending scene in Silence of the Lambs. They made it just perfect. When Hannibal Lecter is walking along, after the doctor there and the security forces, and the music is perfect, It vibes perfectly with the atmosphere too. At the beginning of the shot, and I don't know if they did this on purpose or whether it was just coincidence. At first, it's rather warm and sunny. It looks like tropical vacation mode. As he's walking down the street, though, it slowly becomes darker and more windy. And this was natural weather, and it just gives exactly the right fucking atmosphere. It's the best outro, I think, in movie history, in my opinion. It was absolutely amazing. The whole movie was amazing, but the ending, ooh, God, that hit hard. Sir Thomas Drake. I already read that one. Titties, he said. Yes. I'm going to flash people. Oh, my. Yeah. I'm a skinny bitch. You know? It's okay. Little bit of muscle tone. Not any fat, for the most part. Being skinny is fun. Although I've noticed something. Being a pirate is hard. When you're wearing a tricorn hat, sometimes when you bend down to do something, you hit the hat on some sort of object, which is hilarious. Mulgera, did you see that song I sent yesterday, Where Owls Know My Name by Rivers of Nile? It felt perfectly mimetic given Stolas. I didn't get to my messages yesterday. I was busy doing many things, including going to Taco Fresco. The clanker recognized me while he was driving by right as I was outside, actually. And he was like, he watches me every day, I guess. And then they sort of sped off. It was pretty funny. Richard Brown, exactly. It's better to be a little underweight than a little overweight. Having a little chub is fine, especially if you're female. Nobody cares. Trust me. We dudes do not have a problem if you have a little bit of paunch down there. But with dudes, if you can't get muscular, and I really can't, you might as well just be a skinny bitch. Last speaking, you need to pay if you're going to spam. Tigers in my totem. Hey, Sticks, please shout out the Via Media, my band. Available wherever you can hear digital music, including Spotify and YouTube. I personally write all the music. You just got to shout out. Rivers of Nile. Let me docket that up so that I can listen to that in between streams. Yeah, okay. Looks good to me. Casper Band, did Clint give you permission to go live, boy? Yeah, I could gain weight, but that would require effort. I have gorged myself throughout the years. Like that one time when I was 15 and I ate fucking 7-8 plates of food at the all-you-can-eat restaurant. It's probably like a 6,000 calorie meal. Did I gain weight? Nope. I'm incapable of becoming anything other than skinny dude, which works for me because I think I look better this way. Hell, maybe I should lose 10 more pounds and dress as Jack Skellington. Copium Poppies, another page on Facebook has been banned and appeal denied. I saw that. This time they accused us of drug dealing and promotion because of our name, like they did on Instagram and Threads on our last account. Zuckerberg won't even allow women to post pictures of them breastfeeding their infants because he's a test tube baby and never got to breastfeed. He's a weird motherfucker. Imagine what drugs he's on. He's only going after you because the drugs that you are promoting aren't synthetic like he is. Mulgera, Rivers Nile is a prog death metal group with a clean singing tool, plus they have a saxophonist. Oh, sexy sax solo? I'm going to like this guy. John Hoffman. That's another story I was going to docket, actually. I'm probably going to cover it tomorrow singularly as well. Thoughts about canceling autopen pardons. Autopens are used by the president quite frequently. Trump uses it as well. The fact that an autopen was used does not necessarily mean that you can override the pardon. Should you? Yeah, probably. Legally speaking, look at the lawfare against Trump right now. It's a losing battle. Just relax about it. Just ignore it completely. It's a deliberate provocation. Let's talk about Elon Musk, by the way. Elon Musk is currently drawing a shit ton of fire from the legacy media. This is by design, but the liberals don't seem to understand this. There's a link in the description archive, and of course, they keep attacking Elon and saying, oh, we're really getting him. Oh, God, he's done for this time. Yeah, you're going to take out the dude that has, like, what, 10,000 fucking satellites up in the sky and is sending rockets into outer space and returning them for the first time in human history, and has the most wealth in the world, is adjacent to the president of the United States, and quite clearly has a genius-level IQ. Yeah, you're a match for him. Now, I have my problems, the Copium Poppies do too, by the way, with Elon Musk. He is not a perfect person. But has he generally enhanced mankind and done better for us? Has he contributed to the human population? Yes. The liberals were giving him credit when he was sending over Starlink to Ukraine now, weren't they? Well, all of a sudden they start hating him. Why? He donated to Donald Trump. That's really all this is about. If you think you can take down Elon Musk with lawfare or something like that, good luck. You're gonna have a little bit of a problem, I think, especially since he's shielded by the current administration. And I tell you one thing, this I know for absolute fact, and you can see it on his face when he makes public appearances. He is loving it. He is hamming it up nonstop. When he goes to his bedroom at night, or his 5 bedrooms at night, he is laughing his ass off at these people. So is Trump, by the way. He's, you know, that shit-eating grin that Trump sometimes gets when he finds something inexplicably funny? Oh, yeah. He goes to sleep looking like that most nights. He reads something in the legacy media and he's like, oh my God, these people are fucking morons. And then he laughs at them. And then he has a good night's sleep, which for him is apparently 4 or 5 hours at most. And then he calls it a night. Then he wakes up to his Big Mac and he goes and does presidential stuff. Elon Musk goes to bed in his office, usually it seems, and he laughs about the fact that nobody dares to disturb him. Then he laughs about several legacy media articles, makes a couple of shit posts on Twitter, and then goes and sends up another rocket. These people are living the life. That's what the liberals hate about them. These are people that they cannot control. They have too much money and they have too much power, and it pisses them off. I have, on a microcosmic scale, slightly the same situation. There are people on the internet that really hate the fact that I've been successful. We're approaching 500 million clanks on YouTube alone, for example, and 500,000 books sold. Well, we've surpassed that already. And I do say we, because clankdom is a movement, and it must remain so. Anyway, I've been reasonably successful, coming from nothing and rising to something. They can't stand it because they fucking hate me. There are people out there that have this weird, irrational sense of hate for people that in many cases they've never even interacted with. There are people that hate Donald Trump. You say, well, he's trying to avoid war and lower your taxes. What do you hate about? Well, Orange Man bad. That's basically their response. Why do you hate Elon Musk? Well, because he's bad. He's facilitating Orange Man. All right, that makes a whole lot of sense. It's that same football team bullshit mentality. Copium, most of y'all probably don't give a shit about Facebook, but for bands, meta platforms are a must because that's where the bands and potential fans are. Twitter is mostly political shit, not viable for music. Yeah, I haven't used Facebook in years myself. Also, Sticks, we weren't promoting drugs on Facebook. I know that. Our name is Copium Poppies, not Opium Poppies. They used our name as an excuse to ban us because they've been targeting us. Well, it's probably some bad actor, too, that's calling in the reports. Probably one of their fucking moderators. They've got all those companies and groups of people that moderate Facebook. This is one reason I don't use them. Also, the timing of when the ban took place was mere hours after we posted a tester vid for our EP, again, coming out April 1st. Well, don't worry. I'll help to promote you. When that album does come out physically, get me a copy, please. I hope you do vinyl. If not, that's fine. Get me a copy of that. I'll gladly review it, and you get one hell of a shout out. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's St. Patty's Day. That means boiled cabbage and ham, giant chunks of carrot, nice piece of potatoes. Adam Smith, become a mukbanger. Dixicado avocado. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'll be listening to that owl song later because I'm a little bit obsessed with owls. My best friend is an owl. Now let's talk about Schumer. Oh, poor Chuck Schumer. He can get no grace whatsoever. Before we go to our sponsors, I have to talk about this. Chuck Schumer decided to go against his own political party and block out a filibuster that would have, potentially locked down the government. He did the right thing. He actually did what was intelligent. He doesn't get any credit from the Republicans for bothering to try to work with them, and he's getting hammered from the far left Democrats at this moment. This dude's political career is like Joe Manchin mode at this point. Chuck Schumer has a thankless job. He is effectively the stand-in steward leader of a political party that has gone completely insane. The other political side is laughing at this, and they're not going to give him any credit. They don't want to do that. It makes no political sense whatsoever. Chuck Schumer's fucked, basically. It was so hilarious when he was talking about the filibuster. Oh, we don't need to invoke that. I'm just going to go with the Republicans on this. They don't have the votes, but I'm still going to vote with them on this particular budget deal, and we'll negotiate later. Here's the problem with the modern Democratic Party, above literally every other problem they have, and they are legion. Their main problem is that they have no strategic patience. I've noticed this among many Republicans as well. There are Trump fans who expect that less than 2 months into his administration, he's supposed to have completed the border wall, deported every illegal, stopped every war, dropped the tax rate by 50%, and ripped apart the bureaucracy. It doesn't work that way. It takes time to do these things. If anything, Trump has been highly effective, way, way more effective than any recent president. He's gone beyond Ronald Reagan at this point. He's become more successful than first-term Reagan, that I have generally praised at doing this sort of thing. Likewise, Chuck Schumer is dealing with a Democratic Party that has no patience. They're not willing to wait 90 days to negotiate. They simply want to cock-block the bill, lock down the government, and get their own way, stamp their feet, and cry. That's the whole goal of the Democratic Party now. Usually, it's the Republicans that do that sort of thing. Last time, let me ask the left-wing Democrats something. I know you're not supposed to interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake, but they're not going to listen to me anyway because they're not watching the channel. Let me ask you something. Last time that the government was shut down, what happened? Did the Republican Party get torn to shreds as a result of that? Oh, yes. That's exactly what happened. Chuck Schumer understands this. He appears to actually be self-aware, which is more than you can ask for the average politician, let alone a Democrat. He knows what's happening. The Republicans boxed him into a corner where he's going to have to come to the negotiating table. But the left-wing Democrats don't want to negotiate jack squat. They don't want to talk about anything. They want 100% of their way, and 110% of their way sometimes, and they want it immediately. And if they get anything less than that, then they ramble and they rave, and AOC pours them all drinks, and they get wasted, and then hopefully they pass out and they stop fucking talking because they're so annoying. That's what's happening right now. Schumer's like, you poor retards. You don't understand how politics work. Now, the left has reacted very predictably. He's just part of the problem. He's part of the corporate uniparty, which is funny because you also call us, conspiracy theorists when we invoke the term. He's part of the corporate neolibs and stuff like that. No, he's trying to save your political party so that your jobs are retained. But you're too stupid to understand that. And some of you, of course, your jobs are maintained anyway because you're in far left districts and you're just grandstanding. like AOC or Rashida Tlaib. And that's what's happening. I almost feel sorry for, I hate to say, again, hell freezes over every day these days. I feel sorry for Chuck Schumer for having such retarded colleagues. I really genuinely do. Mulgera, if you do a mukbang channel and get all Christie-sized, you have to start calling yourself Logan Hexenmallet or something, lol. I would start oiling myself up, shave myself bald, and do the sumo look. I would look absolutely ridiculous. I think skinny pirate look is probably about where I end the line. Copium poppies. It'll be a while before physical copies come out, if ever, now that we can't promote it. Physical copies are expensive to get printed, but we can send you a pre-release download of it if you are down. I can help you promote it. I think that there are others associated with me that would like it too. Yeah, let's take a listen to the music and see what you're made of. King of Biltong, Hungry Pirate. Speaking of King of Biltong, Bovrite, 10 out of 10. Marmite, acceptable. You'd have to spread it on toast. Apparently, even Anton thinks that it's obscene that I eat so much of it. This is almost empty. I do have the other one over there, so I won't run out anytime soon. Haha, I'm out South Africaing the South Africans. Haha, another clank victory. Many such cases. Copy and poppies. Censorship is violence and politically motivated. This is terrorism. Mark Zuckerberg and his staff and the rest of big tech need to be arrested as terrorists and left to rot in Gitmo. Well, he wouldn't rot. He's a robot. So, like, some of his flesh might fall off, but the interior of the robot would still be working. It's a little bit like a failed Gen 2 Institute synth, actually. I mean, he even looks similar. Did you notice that? If you've ever played Fallout 4, it almost looks like they used Mark Zuckerberg as the face of the Gen 2 synth, honestly. It's actually kind of creepy when you think about it. Like, how many cybernetic implants do you have? Mulgera. That's a mental image. Oiled sticks? No thanks. Lol, I hate that. It reminds me of lyrics from a Bro Job song, too. Sir Thomas Drake, sticks Hexenburger, 666 calories. Yeah, there should be a Sticks Hexenhammer burger. Why not? Mulgera, I'm about to get butt naked and jack off into the pool, and when I'm done with that, I'll probably shave off my hair and cover myself in mustard and throw myself down the stairs. Bro Job. I don't know who that is, but they sound like my kind of funny content creator. Mark Galvin, happy St. Patrick's Day, Sticks. Did you see Conor McGregor the evening they're meeting with Trump at the White House? If McGregor decides to run for the Irish presidency this year, that would be too funny. No, I didn't see that, actually. I'll have to see it later. Ad Victoriam. Yes, exactly. I tend to side with the Minutemen, because then you can also partner with the Brotherhood and become a Praetorian, but whatever. Mulgera, off the song The Birds in the Breeze. Lol. Copium Poppies. K, we'll send you the link in a second. I'll take a look at that. Charles Salmons, are you saying Zuck isn't actually a synth? No, I'm saying that he is. There's something wrong with the dude. It's like he falls into the uncanny valley. Did you see that one video he posted years ago where he was doing a barbecue? And people made a million memes about it. It's like, I am about to heat this flesh to 300 degrees. Then I will consume it. I find this to be an enjoyable human-like activity and stuff like that. And, you know, when you look at him literally bending his legs forward at the knee somehow when he's walking, it's like, you need calibration done. Let's get to our sponsors in a sec. Yeah, Zuckerberg eating like a piece of toast with nothing on it. Well, this is enjoyable. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Here are our sponsors. We have cultivated-mind.com, where you can get mushroom pills, of course. They're good for you. Although, disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional. I do take them every single morning, though. It's the only thing keeping me alive. That biltong, I guess. We have pumpkinfirecrafts.us, where you can get bookmarks, keychains, belt chains, engraved spoons, glassware, and much, much more. Not all Sticks branded, by the way. They got all sorts of stuff there. Of course, the bookmarks are my favorite because I have like several thousand books or something like that. We've got biltongusa.com. King of Biltong over in chat on Rumble, by the way, a cool bro, and 100% clank. He is certified clanker. He is a general in our meme army, and he can sell you biltong, Kamanasi, Angus sticks, Wagyu. Yeah, for you weebs out there, you'll enjoy that. It's delicious, by the way. Also, you can get Bovrite, Sticks, X and Hammer cups, mugs, and shirts available as well. It's all sorts of stuff. He's got his own store. He's made it in the world, despite the opposition of the government to anyone that takes initiative. Wicked Needle Embroidery.bigcartel.com, where you can get Sticks, Hex, and Hammer hats. We've got baseball caps, of course. We do not have tricorns yet available. They come in several colors and several varieties and styles. HeritageHeirloomSeedCompany.com. You can get a seed survival bucket. It's almost spring, so now is probably a good time to get one of those. I have a feeling that they might be in a short supply at some point, so register now. You can also get Sticks, Hex, and Hammer soap. We've got the cedar, clove, and blueberry, and we've got the lavender marjoram, the blue and pink bars, respectively. Websterswares.com/sticks-wares. You can get blades. You can get beanies. Those are important. And of course, my all-time favorite, I'm always going to laugh about it because of that turtle video that went viral like 15 years ago or some shit. You can get metal straws. Save a turtle, then go to New Orleans and eat turtle soup. Sounds like a good idea to me and a very tasty one. Nice and buttery. Ralph's on the par. And then finally, jamandbean.com. That is JAMNbean.com. Oh, it smells fucking glorious. I'm going to brew some of this shit up later. And then I'm going to get all jittery. I'm going to drink like 20 cups of it. All right, everyone. I'm on my deathbed in the hospital. I couldn't put down the jam and bean. I drank too much caffeine and my heart almost stopped. Yeah, that'd be funny. Copium Poppies just sent you a Dropbox link to download it. I'll take a look. Yeah, today is a fun day. It's St. Patrick's Day, so not as many people are going to tune in, of course, because a lot of people, they're with their family, they're at church or something like that. But I'm hoping that you'll eat a piece of boiled cabbage for me, all of you. Emily Gorsuch, where's the kitty? Well, I mean, between your legs, I suppose. Just joking. No, I keep the cats out of the office because I don't want their fuzzies on the computer. Also, Quincy has a bad habit. Let's ramble about the cat for a moment. Let me air my grievances like it's Festivus. Quincy believes that it is a good idea to jump on top of the computer, necessitating that I lower the lid to about a 45-degree angle whenever I'm not in the room, because if he gets in here, he might knock down the entire rig, and then I'd be clusterfucked. That would be bad. Yeah, Quincy can tend to be a bully. The only one that never gets in trouble is Micah. Micah literally never gets in trouble. Athena will puke sometimes. Not often, but, she can make a mess. Gizmo, he tries to jet under your feet and cause you to trip down the stairs. Quincy bullies his siblings and is the most pushy cat I've ever seen in my life. He's also a Helen chonker. And so it's like, oh, lordy, he come that boy. Micah, meanwhile, she's the sweetie cat. She's the one that will come up on the bed and do the little biscuit thing and purr. And if you purr at her, she purrs even louder and she wants to be scruffled up a little bit. And then she goes on her way. Hello, Kina. Hello, everyone. Let's see. What else? Oh, yeah, we got to talk about this article. Another link in the description, by the way. We have to talk about young male voters. I told people years ago, the kids are all right. It's all right. The youth is not inextricably going to go far left and turn us into a communist dystopia. And a lot of people said I was being unrealistic. And now the Democratic Party is hemorrhaging young male voters. Not so much the females, although they're not more than much breaking even with them either, by the way. they got clusterfucked, like I would be if I ate a walnut right now. But at the same time, young male voters are being drawn towards right-wing politics. Now, not every aspect of right-wing politics do I actually support. Do I care if a grown man dresses in drag and goes to a strip club? I don't give a fuck. I just won't go to the strip club because I'm not interested in it. Do I care if they dress down and then they go and read to fourth graders? Yeah, I care about that. Now, I do have standards. And I'm a fucking I'm just shy of an ANCAP, basically. There are some standards that need to be maintained. Don't harm the kids. Don't harm people deliberately. Don't act in aggression. Don't violate their NAP. That's all I'm asking. Young males appear to be gravitating sort of towards that message. It's almost like you've got a generation of people that sound a little bit like Ron Paul at times. Hell, some of them are a little bit too right-wing for me. You've got the whole cottagecore thing. This is taken off among younger females. Instead of posting porn of themselves, they're dressing in like a Jacobin shirt and going out to go gardening. I strongly support this. I told you that the kids would be all right. And they're not really kids anymore. They're in their 20s, but at the same time, people were bitching about the younger generation. And I'm like, look at us millennials. Many of you are millennials. We're the most fucked up. We are so much more fucked than Gen Z in every fucking goddamn conceivable way. The only advantage that we have is that we're sometimes, some of us, like myself, are capable of functioning without a smartphone for 10 minutes. Most not, but some of us are. We're the last generation that ever had a childhood that didn't involve constant phone access, constant connection to the internet, and constant public exposure. In fact, we were warned by our boomer parents not to put our names out online. Good luck now. It's a little bit different these days. So, yeah, I mean, it's like Gen X was listening to like that. Wow, man, look at this. It's a CD. It's sort of like those records that we used to use, but a laser reads it. Man, that's cool. And get a chia pet then. Millennials are more like, fuck you. Yeah, we're going to rise against the power. We're going to do this by voting for the establishment. That makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, some of us broke the mold. Let's face it. A lot of millennials didn't. If you're a clanker and a millennial, you're the exception to the rule. I hate to tell you this. Zoomers seem to have an irreverence for censorship and government control. Almost like a miniaturized version of Gen Z. Even the retro stuff is coming back. Kids these days fucking love vinyl records. Who would have guessed? Vinyl records and everything retro. Even the music sounds retro. I've started listening to like the modern pop and the modern rock again because it's so much better than it was before. It's so much better than the shit that millennials generally made. True, there was a good retro wave scene. Oh, we've seen that like Chatelet and stuff like that coming into vogue. That's great. But as far as newly made music, goddamn, the Zoomers actually sort of have it going on. I wonder what the reaction from Gen Alpha will be. I am extremely curious to see what that generation does. Holy shit. Yeah, most of my viewers are either millennials or Gen X. Although there are some Zoomers that watch it. Hell, there's some Gen Alphas that watch it probably at this point. Rivaki, how many drinks deep are you in this morning, buddy? If you're talking about Red Bull, I'm still on number 1. I may drink another one later, though. I need my caffeine. What can I say? Actually, I think I have 2 open here. Okay, I don't know what the hell I did. Somehow I found a way. Yeah, I'm 37. And so, like, that's actually sort of the mean median in mode of people that watch the channel. It's usually mid 30s. That's like the average. But there are a lot of people that are in their 20s or 40s or 50s that watch it as well. Yes, Cro-Minion, cursive writing, something that Gen Z is not being trained in. There was a whole joke. You remember during the trial with Zimmerman, when people were passing around that meme that was like basically calling for race war, but people were posting it as though it was a remembrance of Trayvon, but the people couldn't read it. And so they were spreading it around unknowing that it was actually basically calling for people to rise up and kill blacks or something like that. I remember that was hilarious time. I remember when we fucked the poll. There was the poll, I can't remember, with that one annoying woman who talks about weed all the time, both for and against it, depending on the situation. I can't remember what it was. There was a show, and 4chan organized. I was helping to do this, by the way, myself. I take great pride in this. We changed history. And it was a poll, was George Zimmerman justified? And we fucked the poll. We botted the shit out of it. We piled in. There were like 5 threads about it. One of them was mine, by the way, at the time. And we flipped the poll, and they had to read out on air while they're talking down about George Zimmerman and how evil he is and how great Trayvon Martin is. And it flipped the poll, and they had to read it out live on air. I burst out laughing. The only funnier thing in my life that I've seen is the Chaz Garden. I was practically crying laughing when I saw that. And we were all celebrating over Unfortunate, and they had no fucking clue. Oh, it was great. Mulgera, Gen Z Clanker, represent. Cultivated Mind. We got our first wholesale account for Radiant Energy. It's not just energy, but also massively boosts your endurance, allowing you to run further, push longer, garden harder. Clank. Yeah, I mean, you sold me at gardening harder. One tall order. Sticks for some excellent gothy metal. Give unto others a listen. The only good thing to come out of Portland in decades. LMAO. Okay, I'll look that up too. I always appreciate new music. I guess I should have some Marmite too. Oh, if I can get it open. It's sort of, Marmite's more thick, and so it can sort of seal itself. You don't have that problem with the Bovrite. See, look, there's a difference. See how that's more of a syrup? It's still tasty. It'd be good on a piece of toast. But it's just not the same. The South Africans have perfected it. I'll go with Bovrite any day. Supplement pirate. Kevin Ripper, that looks wrong. Oh, it's trippy and syrupy. Oh, my. Now we'll talk about Biden's censorship. Last link in the description. The scope of the Biden administration's censorship is quite vast. We've known this for some time. You have the Twitter papers and things like that. There were Zuckerberg. Even he, cyborg censorship lover as he is, even he got tired of it and went on Joe Rogan, which was a very, very interesting time. He's like, yeah, the FBI came to us and CIA and all these other groups, and they were telling us to silence material. And they told us it was disinfo, even though it wasn't. And we can now literally prove that. But they told us at the time that it was disinformation and encouraged us. Encouraged is a strong word, to remove it. Yeah, the bureau that has the ability to investigate you at the drop of a hat for absolutely no reason encouraged you to do something. That's basically like, hey, would be a shame if your business burned to the ground tomorrow, now wouldn't it? Maybe you should give me some money. Maybe you should do X, Y, or Z. Yeah, you don't offer cannoli on your menu. I happen to be associates with certain groups of people. And god damn, arson's been a really big problem lately now, hasn't it? That's exactly what happened with Facebook. Everybody goddamn knows it. Even the people that don't care that it happened know that that's what happened. Mulgara, my brother is blowing up my phone talking about his nuclear shit that he just took. What the fuck is even happening right now? Lol. Haha, he dropped a dirty bomb in the toilet. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Sticks. Where's your green? I just wear black. Just don't wear red in Boston on St. Patty's Day. Somebody might take offense to it. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting some cabbage later. Maybe I'll make some sort of cabbage soup. It definitely has to have ham in it, of course. Yeah, doesn't have to be a full boiled dinner, but it definitely, cabbage is kind of a must-have. Cabbage and carrots, of course. Something like that. Nate, you are correct. Cabbage and carrots, especially if they are cooked with ham and cooked for like 5 or 6 hours. Irish food is pretty good. I know sometimes Irish people, they self-deprecate and they're like, oh, our idea of food is like boiling something for 20 hours. No, it's actually tasty. You look at like split pea soup, ham and split pea, the boiled dinner, anything cabbage related. But the thing is, I'm a really big fan of cabbage. So, and I'm a Warwick. We tend to be slightly gassy people, just saying. We make shit jokes at the dinner table on a regular basis for that reason. If you give us a bunch of cabbage, what do you think happens? By the way, keep in mind, 1 p.m. I will be going live with the quartering. And I think the quartering updated me on something. Let me check. Well, actually, I probably shouldn't say that before the actual live stream. I think there's some sort of special event happening on Rumble, actually. And so we're part of that. Yeah, with Jeremy, the quartering on the Quartercast. That's going to be a good time. Yeah, Hannah Claire will be, I'm assuming, as co-host as well. I was asking him about audio systems because I thought that it was the microphone's fault. And he showed me sort of the links to the things that he uses in his setup. But then I realized, oh shit, my microphone's not even actually recording right now. It's the Brio. It's like for a webcam, it's okay, but it's tinny. Whereas the actual microphone is a little bit more advanced. So like it's acceptable audio levels. Ruckin X2. You don't like Hannah Claire? I like Hannah Claire. I don't understand. Like sometimes I'll see people in chat, they say they hate me and like, oh, I'm tuning out because Styx is here. And then people will talk down to Hannah Claire, they'll talk down to the Gothics. Then it's like, come on, dude. You know our schedule. Just relax about it, my dude. Hannah Claire is pretty cool. Also, she apparently knows a lot more about audio systems than I do. So, yeah. She's definitely, Jeremy made the right decision having her govern the show there when he was on vacation. Because if it had been me, apparently I would have completely messed up. I'm good at being a co-host. I'm not good at organizing things sometimes. Amazon, a Styx Hexenhammer chat with Styx Hexenhammer? My day is ruined. What? It's funny, I had someone recently claiming that I was flirtatious with Melanie Mack. And I'm like, number one, I don't think ever even physically talked to her online or in person. And number two, I think isn't she like a heavy Christian? I don't think that'd work. I'm a piratical sorcerer, a wizard. I don't think that I'm her type. TC, sticks be slowly slipping into insanity. True. But I did that long ago. You're just noticing? Look at the way I'm dressed, dude. At this point, we're on the Bantz level of the stream. We've run out of news topics, I believe. I can check RCP. Maybe there's like one more story we can get to, or no, they haven't updated it. Yeah. Well, I'll make sure to docket things for, the stream tomorrow. Oh, look at my new knife. Isn't that great? Rick V, you're delusional. Have been for a long time. Edgar Styles, lol, Sticks lost so many viewers. I can tell when the Kiwiers show up, by the way. Yes, the algorithm on YouTube fucking hates me. Now look at my viewership on places like Twitter. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Tom Baldwin, I'm so bloody rich, own apartment buildings and shopping centers. Hey, yeah, if you've made it in life, congratulations. Yeah, the Kiwiers are here. I can tell when they show up. Interesting, because they never show up on Rumble. There's a reason for that. It means nothing to me, just to be clear. I know that there's some bullshit about trying to antagonize me into response. It's not going to actually happen. I see you have played Knifey Spoony before. I get the reference. Yeah, the Kiwis are pretty pathetic. Like, you could get overrun at any given time by 4chan, and they could utterly destroy you. So, yeah. Yeah, they're piling in. They probably linked it out or some shit. It's all good. Like, yeah, your existence boils down to basically nothing more than e-drama presented in soap opera form because much of it is fictional. Yes, I'm the irrational one. Ramon C. GTC, have you tried birria tacos? I've never heard of them, actually. No, Rod Dangerson. That is absolutely untrue. Not even close. I'm only responding out of amusement and bemusement, actually. The irrelevance is noted. The attempted malevolence is noted. But it doesn't mean anything. I'm still going to respond because it's funny. God, you should see some of the weird shit that's posted on there about literally anyone with more than 1,000 subscribers. Some of you probably have a page on the Kiwis. Saul's Secrets. How's Ricada doing? I get the reference from that as well. Mark Livingston. Sticks, you have a green Mardi Gras bead on. Oh, yeah. I am wearing a little bit of green, aren't I? I should take the rest of the beads off. But yeah, I know that there are a bunch of people that hate watch me, that park on my material. This is why sometimes there's downvotes immediately, by the way, before it goes back up. It's coordinated. I'm well aware of this. I've been on the internet making content since the late 2000s. I'm not stupid. I know what's going on. I don't even bother to go and keep tabs on people that have a problem with me. It's just at this point, it's just like, whatever. What the fuck? Yeah, I'll have to remove the other beads before the Jeremy stream, I guess. We'll have our St. Paddy's Day. Brian M., we don't hate you, just pointing out your cringe takes and moments. Yes, but people that dislike me are going to consider everything a cringe take. I had an opinion you didn't agree with. Well, quite clearly he's gone insane, or he's just flat out wrong or cringe. I don't care. This is my channel. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. Kill yourself, you know? Anyways, I'm going to go offline. I do need to do a news docket for tomorrow. I've got to go on the Jeremy stream at 1 p.m., among other things. Breaking news. Will Smith had an affair with his son's boyfriend? Wait, is that real? Let me look this up. That can't possibly be true. He had an affair with Tyler, the Creator, or something? No, I know that his son has a boyfriend, but I'm not seeing... I'm not seeing anything else about it. Nothing recent. I think Will Smith is straight. I'm not 100% sure. I don't like Will Smith that much. He's not that talented an actor, actually. Liked him in Men in Black, but other than that, you know. Oh, fucking... you know the I Am Legend movie? They butchered it. Look up the original Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, based on the same novel. That one's a really, really great movie. The Will Smith version, yeah, no, thank you. Wait, so I'm trying to figure out whether this is actually a joke or not. Tell you about 4chan. Been using it since 2008. I remember when the memes were a little bit different. I'm old enough to remember Dolan. Let's put it that way. Yeah, no, Kolarski. No, Price. Vincent Price in Last Man on Earth. This was back in when they released it, 65 or something like that. Somewhere around there. Excellent movie. Perfectly acted, but Vincent Price always did a 10 out of 10 performance. He never made any mistakes. He was truly dedicated to his role and always did a great job. He was also in Edward Scissorhands, actually. The old doctor there, that's Vincent Price. And had a very famous voice, did some voiceovers. He actually did the voiceover in Thriller for Michael Jackson. Towards the end of his life, he got a little bit messed up. But also, another thing, most people don't know this about Vincent Price. He was also an excellent cook. Apparently, he and his wife released several cookbooks, and they used to entertain guests, and they would cook feasts for them, and found this amusing in between roles, of course, and lived that kind of gourmand lifestyle, which is funny. Because Price was always a skinny dude, sort of like me, but he loved to cook. So I'm assuming that he ate smaller portions than the ones he was feeding his gourmand guests. Yeah, they have I've got to get Vincent Price's cookbook. That's one thing I've got to get. I've got the Golden Ones cookbook, the Gilligan's Island cookbook, the Tasting History cookbook, although unfortunately I misplaced it, and so it's somewhere in these bookshelves, but I don't know which bookshelf it's on. I got to find it. I really, really need to get the Vincent Price cookbook because it sounds like he cooked relatively like posh meals. That seems to have been his sort of thing. I need to get a South African cookbook. Yes, Drift Speed, Tasting History, one of the best channels on all of YouTube. Make sure to check him out. If you like to cook, I've cooked several of those recipes. The Parthian chicken is, by the way, delicious. The Babylonian beef and beets are also quite tasty. You could probably, like, if you had them together, actually, that'd be a good meal. You could probably do the beet recipe without the beef, have the chicken on the side, and substitute something else for protein. maybe like cannelli beans or something like that. You'd probably figure that out. The name Prom Brothers. I thought I stole that from you. From my cookbook? Yeah, I couldn't find it. I put it on a shelf somewhere here, but I haven't been able to locate it. Saul's Secrets. Are you bisexual now? No, I'm straight. The felting references are amusing to me more than anything. Why did you mute Rod Dangerson? I don't know who that is, actually. Probably some sort of inside joke. Oh, I'm sure the thread's probably going crazy right now. I'm well aware of this fact. Keep hydrated, my friends. Yeah, he's not muted. Clem Semple. He's a sweet transvestite from transsexual Johnny Deppestam. Sometimes I like to do the time warp, and at the end, you've always got to collapse to the ground. I want to go to one of those late night Rocky Horror showings and throw toast at the screen and shit like that. That would be fun. Crack Sparrow. Okay, that one gets me. No, Crack Sparrow would be if Hunter Biden were to dress this way. Copium Poppies. Anton should write a South African cookbook. That would probably be pretty popular. Problem is, you need to understand Afrikaans if you want to cook real South African food. Yeah. Theoden, King of Brohan. No more fake pardons. Time for Fauci to face the gallows. I'm not necessarily in disagreement with this opinion. It's funny that people think that I'm drunk. It's called water. Believe it or not, I do drink it from time to time, along with this. Anyways, I'm going to go try to docket some news. I do have, what are the news stories for tomorrow? Just a sec. I've got the liberal lawfare. I'm going to try to analyze that tomorrow. You know, the balance between the Trump administration and the liberals. And then we've got a new tech exclusive. I can't really talk about it too much on YouTube with regards to misinformation regarding certain medical topics. That'll be important. Mulgara, Fauci being put in prison is the moderate position. Yeah, I know. It's like, okay, we decided to spare you the guillotine, but you're going to rot in this cell for the next few years, you know, until you die, because you're like, what, 85 or something like that. Twisted Gamer, do you wash your pirate getup? Yes, this is actually a different shirt. The other one is being washed literally right now, and so I did not have it. I prefer the one with the red trim. Analyzing. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, we need to get the quartering a tricorn hat. And Hannah Claire, too. We'll have a pirate stream. Hey, that's a great idea. CJ, not drunk. Your brain's not getting real sleep when you are sleeping. Drink more caffeine will help. Well, I drink plenty of caffeine. And I love the smell of it. Yeah, tricorn hats are totally based. You can't tell me that this doesn't look cool. You can't tell me that I don't look cool. Also, I think that I have... Yeah, never mind. I'll do that later. Scooty Puff, Anna Claire in a sexy pirate girl costume. Oh, geez. Jalil Biars. I went to a live showing of Rocky Horror Picture Show, which was great. Unluckily, one of the actors actually collapsed during the time warp. Jesus. Yeah, that would be bad, because then people won't know whether you're doing it on as pretense or on purpose, or whether you actually collapsed. That would fucking suck. No, I do the time warp sometime. You know, it's just a hop to the left and a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips, bring your knees in tight, and with a pelvic thrust, it really drives you insane. And then after a few courses of that, you're supposed to pretty much slump to the ground and just lay there for a while. Some people apparently don't like Rocky Horror. I never knew this. I thought everyone loved it. When I first saw it, I'm like, whoa, this is great. I mean, I was high at the time, so that might have contributed, but I still watch it on a regular basis. Big Al, a commie judge has issued a restraining order for all non-citizens. Now in the United States. Now people are going to be discussing whether they like the time warp or not. This does not surprise me, not in the least. A sec. Okay, I've still got a little bit of time to be on call here. Little Shop of Horrors I did not like. It's not bad, but it's not my taste. Rocky Horror was so irreverent and so whacked out and insane and clearly drug related that became funny. Little Shop of Horrors, mediocre in my opinion. For some reason, I grabbed the wrong glasses. I did get a new pair, but I didn't grab them, and I didn't bring them in here. Red Bar Radio is watching, says Adam. Cool. Yeah, I mean, Little Shop of Horrors was a funny movie, and some of the bits were really good. It dragged on a little bit too much for me and was more boring, whereas Rocky Horror was like each individual scene was like basically a mini musical or something like that. And so it was more entertaining to me. And of course, you got Tim Curry. How are you going to go wrong with that? Red Bar Radio watching is not a good thing, Sticks. Ha 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 ha. Anyone in the world can watch me. Who cares? It's perfectly fine. Damn it, Janet. Yeah, I get the reference. Yeah, I know that there are people that watch me that don't like me, and I don't know anything about that channel or individual. But if you're watching, I wish you well anyway. Mexican Trumper. Which one had the stupid flesh-eating plant? That was Little Shop of Horrors. Rocky Horror had Tim Curry dressing in drag, a hunchback, and so forth, and a lot of sex scenes. You didn't get to see much. Sadly, you didn't get to see Little Nell's tits. You had to wait for the BBC song that she released as part of her B-side collection. She released a couple of, dual-side albums shortly thereafter, capitalizing on her success as Little Nell. Then you can see her tits. It's on YouTube, by the way. But, yeah. Mr. Buster Pants. Meatloaf was great in Rocky Horror. Hot patootie. Yeah, Meatloaf was a cool dude. He died supposedly of a certain disease we won't mention. And he basically told everyone, fuck it. I don't give a shit. He said, I'm not afraid of this particular ailment, and I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to live my life in fear. Hell, I accidentally went bankrupt years ago due to various things after releasing one of the top albums of all of human history. I think I've been through everything at this point. Yeah, did you know that? Meatloaf managed to go back. I think, wasn't it poor investments in gambling, if I remember correctly? And he went bankrupt, or nearly so. And then he got things, sort of sorted out. I don't know who Red Bar is, and I don't care if he's watching my video. That's perfectly fine. Hell, I'll invite the dude on. Maybe he has a hate boner for me. Maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he likes the channel. I don't know. King of Biltong. The best part of Little Shop of Horrors was Steve Martin. He was also the best part of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. The Cork on the Fork. Did see the latter as well. I think that I remember that was pretty good. But that was like 30 years ago, so I don't know. Yeah, people, I guess, are expecting me to know how every other content creator who comments on my material is. I don't know. So I have no judgment. I have no problem with anyone that I haven't personally had experiences with. It's all good. Here, I'll be right back. I will, I'll continue to broadcast for probably another 20 minutes or something like that. I do have to get ready for the Jeremy stream, but at the same time, I need to get a snack because I've got some leftovers and so forth. I'll be right back. I'm going to mute it and stop the game. Hopefully this won't fuck it up, and hopefully you'll still be able to see me when I get back. Just give me like a couple minutes. All right, everyone. I stepped out briefly for a little bit of fresh air. And the first news story that comes on WCAX, this is local news. This is Vermont, New Hampshire, and parts of northern New York. Is like some dude's getting charged with sexual assault and child pornography charges. And I was thinking to myself, when I was younger, the news was usually this moose is trying to mate with a cow or something like that. Here's this new business that's growing turnips or something like that. And that was basically Vermont. I wish it was still like that. I wish it was still idyllic, actually. Unfortunately, it's not. We've been kind of wrecked by people who come over from New York and Boston and places like that, selling drugs and trafficking people and harmful things like that. That was one of the biggest stories of my childhood. There was this one incident, I can't remember, I think it was Stowe, but I can't remember. There was a moose that was literally like enamored to a cow, and tourists would come around and they would take photos of them, and the moose would stand outside the fence and like lick the cow and like weird shit like that. That was basically Vermont news for a long time. Unfortunately, now the news more resembles the news you get out of Tampa Bay or something like that. I was so surprised when I went down there. That was many years ago. And it's like, okay, here are the number of murders that happened overnight. Here are the numbers of arsons and robberies. And it was almost a culture shock because I'm like, holy shit. It's like this one city has more messed up stuff going on in it than the entire state that I'm from. And but now I no longer have that shock, actually. Uncle Sham, he wanted to fuck that cow so bad. I think that the moose did fuck the cow, actually. Of course, they can't interbreed. I'm pretty sure that it did get into the enclosure at one time, if I remember correctly, and they were fucking, yeah. Inland Surfer, hi Sticks, try quit alcohol. Any advice how? There is an old piece of literature that I read once that said if you took cloves and boiled them off in water and used that as a substitute drink, that it would reduce the craving for alcohol. Adam, oh, Red Bar is doing an investigation on you. Okay, whatever. That's all good. Trust me, there are hundreds of people out there already that are trying to dig up dirt on me. I am unfazed. I don't know why would him or she, or I don't know if it's a he or a she, would have a problem with me, but that's all good. Yeah, I heard that boiled cloves. This was a work from, if I remember correctly, the mid 1800s, and it was recommended as a stopgap to try to quit alcohol. King of Biltong is going. Hail, King of Biltong. Yeah, people have tried to go after me for literally 15 years now, so I'm unimpressed. I mean, I don't know anything about this individual, and if they're watching right now, again, I don't know, I don't have any problem with you. But if you have a problem with me, go ahead and do your investigation. That's fine. I'm used to this. Red Bar is the one that's going to do it right. I mean, that's fine. There's a public docket for my battery charge out there in Louisiana. Again, I don't care. I've given up caring. Oh my God. You found out that I fucked multiple people. Impressive. You found out that I used to do drugs when I was younger. Impressive. All of these things are already public. No, it's just leave the dude alone, though. If he is trying to do an investigation on me or something like that, just let him do it. I did LSD before. Oh my God, I'm a naughty boy. There's one advantage to being very, very much out there and open. Yes, thank you, Lemon Curd. You're an open book, Sticks. There's one thing that's really, really great about that. All of my dirt is already out there. People have already been talking out of school about me for almost a decade. Go ahead and do a thorough investigation, I guess, into things that are already literally on the internet. Red Bar is looking into your web history. Well, that would be difficult, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a long history. God damn. You're going to be looking through, what is it, 10,000 videos or something like that? You're more than welcome to watch them, I suppose. Anyways, I'm going to go offline because I've got 50 minutes till I have to go live with Jeremy. I've only got 2 things news docketed, so yeah. He is watching me now live roasting you. That's fine. Anyways, have fun.